just got home from a dinner date with my friend, and I was just thinking of doing the podcast that I've been postponing for a while now, and I decided that today would be like a really good day to do it, because otherwise I don't know when. Like the moment that you feel like you need to do it, you need to do it right away, no matter what, because otherwise you're gonna keep postponing things until this is not gonna happen. Yeah. Welcome to today's episode of Redefining the World. Have you ever paused to think about how the love you grew up with shaped the way you navigate relationships today? The kind of love you crave, the way you give it, and the way you expect to receive it. So, I'll take you back to a few nights ago. I had one of those reflective moments while playing a card game called We Are Not Really Strangers with two other friends. There's this one questions I picked that really stood out to me. Some things like, what's the feeling that I crave the most? Like, what's the feeling you crave the most right now? So instinctively, I thought I would answer love, especially given everything I've been through during that time. Instead, the word that emerged was being with my family. I thought it was just homesickness, but then I think it was like until 4 a.m. I was just randomly dived into that feeling, and I discovered it was something much deeper. It was a longing for the kind of love that I grew up with, a love that is so profoundly different from the love that I've encountered in the world nowadays. My family didn't really fit in the typical mold. We weren't the conventional Vietnamese or Asian household that you may know. My sister and I were raised with freedoms, so much freedom that some people might call it unorthodox. My parents never dictated who we should be or how we should live. They really gave us the space to make mistakes, to be unapologetically ourselves, and to learn how to love from a place of authenticity. Their love was, I would say, a quiet kind of guidance. It was never demanding, but always present. There was no checklist to fulfill, no unspoken obligations to meet. It was as if they were saying, here's the word, go explore it. We trust you to come back to us in your own way. But then when I stepped outside that bubble, I encountered a different kind of love. There's this love laced with conditions, ownership, and expectations. Society told me that love meant meeting standards, making sacrifice, and proving yourself in ways that sometimes felt suffocating, which really made me question, was the love I grew up with too free? Did it leave me unprepared for the real world? And when I started dating, I found myself in relationships craving a paradox. So part of me wanted to be cared for in smallest way, to feel like someone else could take the lead and tell me what to do. But at the same time, my core value of freedom resisted being controlled or defined by someone else. It was really a tug of war between the boundless, unconditional love I had grown up with and the structured, transactional love the world seemed to promote. I realized something important here. Love, at its core, cannot survive in a pool of expectations. It cannot breathe where individuality is stifled or where freedom is sacrificed. So the question is, how do we navigate love in a world that often misunderstands it? How do we give and receive love without losing ourselves? First, start with self-love. So the healthiest relationships begins with taking care of yourself first. That's what people usually say. As a friend once told me, you take care of yourself for me and I'll take care of myself for you. When you nurture your own needs, you create space to show up for others in a way that is free of dependencies. Love becomes about sharing joy, not filling voids. Second, love without ownership. True love doesn't seek to own or to control. It respects boundaries. It encourages individuality and celebrates growth. Whether it's in family, friendships, or romantic relationships, the best kind of love is one that says, I'm here for you, but you are free to be you. Third, challenge societal expectations. Society often pushes narratives about love, what it should look like, whether gender roles, relationship milestones, or cultural norms. You can see it everywhere on social media or heard from people around. But love isn't one size fits all. Redefine what love means for you and don't be afraid to step outside the box. Last one, embrace solitude. Sometimes the best way to understand love is to spend time with yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company. When you become whole on your own, your relationship will no longer be about completing yourself, but about celebrating your wholeness together. One of my favorite affirmations is, I'm whole and complete, worthy of love, with or without these relationships. At the end, love is a journey, not a destination. It evolves as we evolve, and it becomes more beautiful when we let go of the rigid definitions and embrace its endless possibilities. Thank you for tuning in to Redefining the World. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave it in the comments below. Share this episode with someone who might need it, and take a moment today to reflect on how you define love in your own life. Until next time, take care of your freedom, your heart, and the relationships that matter most to you. That's it for today.